Ian Rapoport, my compadre from the NFL Media Group here on the Rich Eisen Show. Thanks for calling in, Ian.
What's going on, Rich? How are you?
So is John Gruden really being offered ownership by the Oakland Raiders? Is that really what's happening right now?
It is something they were talking about. It was something they were planning to do in their sort of elaborate pitch to try to make sure that he doesn't leave them at the altar, kind of like he did the Colts last year. They were thinking about it. Will it actually happen? I don't know, because it's going to complicate things a lot. You have to have several levels of approval. It does not take 5 minutes, because it's something that would have to be approved by an ownership committee, and then I actually believe by the whole big group. So it is complicated. I don't know if it'll actually come to that. I would assume offering him $10 million and the rights to wear silver and black for the rest of his life will be enough. But I know they're prepared to do it if they need to.
Yeah, because right now the ESPN says he's going to be in the booth calling a game against the Raiders' perhaps chief rival in the Chiefs. That would lead to some awkward conversations, don't you think, Ian?
I mean, it would lead to a lot of awkwardness, yeah. And, it's funny. I remember earlier in the year when Greg Olson was going to do the Vikings game, right? I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
That was like a big deal. Like, will Greg Olson be allowed to watch practice? And of course, he would never be allowed to watch practice. That would be such an unfair advantage. And they didn't allow him to do it. So now Gruden's going to come in with his old buddy, Andy Reid, who obviously he's been on staff with, and he's going to watch his practice and then coach against him next year. I'll be curious to see. I've tried to find out. I have not gotten clarity on how that's actually going to work. But it's interesting. And I mean, the fact that I don't know if you saw this, Rich, but he talked to a Bay Area reporter today, and Gruden said, "I believe I'm a candidate. I think I'm being considered." There's some fun trolling that's going on.
There is, right? But right now he's just chilling out in the Fired Football Coaches Association right there in Tampa, Florida, where he might be moving out of shortly. Ian Rapoport here on the Rich Eisen Show. Have we gotten all the firings out of the way, do you think? There's still something outstanding in Cincinnati, obviously, but tell me what you hear rumbling there and elsewhere.
Well, it seems like Texans are not going to open. I think that's pretty clear from Bill O'Brien today, and the fact that they're hiring a GM to work with him, which is very important. So it's really about now the Bengals, and we're waiting on Marvin Lewis. And it's interesting, like a month ago, this was basically done. Both sides are ready to have a divorce. I'm not so sure it's done yet. And the more people I speak to that are close to Marvin Lewis, the more I think that he actually has a chance to stay. And I know he's going to want some things. He's going to want some alignment. He's going to want some say-so and how they're going to proceed. But I'm not sure that one's done just yet. And then, for me, the other one to watch is the Titans. I know they made the playoffs, and usually that means everything's good. I am not so sure things are good. I know there's still frustration with Marcus Mariota and where he's going. So yeah.
Be honest. Did you just get an email or a text? Ian, did you just get an email or a text? Did you just be honest? Did you just start reading something important while you're? Yeah.
I did, as a matter of fact.
Do you want to break news here? You want to break news? Can you break it?
It's actually already. It's already out there because Rob Demoski just tweeted it. But it's about Mike McCarthy getting a contract extension. It was during the season, the 1-year extension.
Okay.
During the season. So and I think that comes out today because they need to hire a new GM, and the fact that he is extended through a year makes it unlikely that they're going to move on from Mike McCarthy. Not that they would anyway.
Well, but Ian, let's be honest here. The number of GM openings around the league where you see the candidates are all currently in the house of Green Bay right now. There's no way they're going to go out of house and hire somebody there, are they? Right?
I think they are going to interview out of house. I don't know that they're going to hire someone. Because the thing is, like, if you were going to do we do this every year. We look at these GM searches, we figure out who's interviewing. Half of them come from Green Bay. I mean, one of the guys, Alonzo Highsmith's probably going to take a job with the Browns today, and John Dorsey, his buddy. You got Elliot Wolf, you got Brian Gutekunst, you got Russ Ball. Those are three very good GM candidates in the building. So they're going to interview outside, have to follow the Rooney Rule and all that. But yeah, I would be surprised if it's not one of their very, very respected candidates in the building.
A few minutes left with Ian Rapoport on here on the Rich Eisen show, and we're on this show, okay? So we're not talking on the NFL Network. So let's completely take the let's completely take the I guess filters off here, okay? And let's not be fact based for a moment. Craziest rumor you're hearing, the splashiest name that you are hearing that people are talking about that might take a head coaching job in the National Football League elsewhere, if they're employed by somebody now in college or currently in the NFL, would be who? Give me a good one. Give me the juiciest you're hearing.
It's not even juicy anymore because it was put to bed, but there were definitely people interested in Jim Harbaugh. And actually, there were people interested in John Harbaugh. I had people reach out to me from other teams saying, are the Ravens going to move on from John Harbaugh? I was like, no. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, cool. I'm like, why? Well, never mind. Okay, I could see where that's going. I think both Harbaughs were in demand. So Jim's saying he's definitely staying at Michigan. I'm sure he said that because he got interest from a couple NFL teams. And John Harbaugh, I know, would be a really strong candidate if he was ever fired by the Ravens, which he's not going to be.
Right. Well, I mean, I know they love him. He loves them, and but they have been 500 there for a few years, and ever since Flacco signed that big deal, they haven't been back to the playoffs. I mean, so
right, and this year they were right there, and just didn't happen.
I know. So I guess Jim Harbaugh is definitely put to bed, not coming to the pros. Is what you're saying?
As far as I know, I have not heard him considered for any of the current openings. Although there's two ones where you think he would at least consider the Colts and the Bears.
Right.
Are the Bears going to pay what it would take? I don't know that they would.
Mm-hmm.
And with the Colts, I haven't heard enough to where I think that's actually real.
Okay.
I have not.
All right. And last one for you. Who are you hearing? What's the rumor already now that we've turned into the calendar year of the draft? Who the Browns are looking at quarterback? Who do you think? Who are you hearing about, Ian? First blush.
I need to know if Sam Darnold is coming out. And I know, this was considered a done deal, and then he went on and struggled in the bowl game, and I'm not sure it's a done deal anymore. I really don't know. I mean, I thought it would be him, but I don't even know if he comes out now. You got the Wyoming kid, you got the Rosen from UCLA. I don't know. And I've talked to all the people close with Dorsey to try to figure out which way he would go, and nobody will tell me.
Yeah, well,
so either he knows or
he doesn't.
Or he doesn't.
Hey, Brockman, we put all these videos up, as you know, on our Twitter handle of all of our best of videos of 2017. We got one. I got one text. I got a lot of texts from people, but only one talking about our Elizabeth Shue video. Do you know who that was?
Ian Rapoport.
Right, Ian? You saw
Who
that.
doesn't love Elizabeth Shue?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
We all are.
From back.
I love Cocktail, by the way. I've seen it about 100 times. Great.
Is that right? If you had to name one Elizabeth Shue movie, it would be Cocktail, not Karate Kid, not anything else?
Not Adventures in Babysitting.
Adventures in Babysitting.
No. Yeah. For me, it would be Cocktail. I love Karate Kid anyway, but Cocktail is my favorite Elizabeth Shue movie.
Ian, we'll chat soon.
Or you might say Tom Cruise movie.
Actually, yeah, it's true. Take care, brother. Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
At Rap Sheet.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.